What is going on, guys? I hope you're all having an amazing day. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video on this channel that has been heavily requested by a lot of you guys from Twitch and Twitter. But hopefully today I can help you guys go from like a gold 1 player to an elite player. So let's see what we can get on in this video. If you do enjoy the video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. It will help me out a lot. And if you do want to see more content like this, let me know in the comments down below. Let's jump straight in. The first formation that we're going to jump into is the 4-4-2, which is a formation that I like to sit in at the start to try and get a feel for the game sort of thing. So like early on in the game, you need to get a feel for your player to see how they play, because everyone has their own different play styles. But I like to jump into the 4-4-2, and on my centre backs, it's obviously stay back while attacking. If you want to go into the full backs as well, I like to put them on stay back attack and mixed attack. There's not too much in the 4-4-2. There's not really, like I say, like there's not a lot, because like I say, you're getting a feel for that play. You don't really want to put too much custom tactics on and just mess it all around really. And the CDMs are going to go straight into the same. You want stay back attacking. So for the start, you literally want stay back on attacking on all your fullbacks. In midfield, you want stay back on attacking on your 2 centre mids, which I also cover centre as well, because if they're drifting out wide, you don't really want them to cover the wings, because like as a default, it should be on cover the wing. You don't want that. You want it to stay centre. I don't know for some reason why these guys are up here as well. That shouldn't be like that. Let's just chuck that back together. And what does that sometimes, but yeah. And then anyway, going on to your midfield, you want to go from your left mid, you want to keep them on basic, and your right mid to keep on basic. Like I said, there's not a lot to the 4-4-2. You got your false. What I do anyway with my strikers, I keep one on default with all the default settings. Pretty much everything so far is all default. But then with one of your strikers, whichever one you think would play a better cam role, stick him in a false 9. He'll come inside, he'll pick up the ball. We're sort of like free roam if you like. With that false 9, he'll pick up the ball and he'll be able to bring other players in, like your left mid, your right mid, and your striker. But it really works for me to start off the game. But anyway, there's not, like I say, there's really not a lot for that formation, but that is just getting a feel for the game. First 10-20 minutes, see how you get on with it. If it's working for you and you feel like you're finding out your opponent, and you really don't need to change much, just keep it the same. There's no point changing something that's not broken. But anyway, like I said, next formation is a 4-2-3-1. One of my personal favourites, because I do hold this out for a long while, unless I start to go 2 goals down sort of thing. Even 1 goal down, or sometimes playing these formations, it really it helps me out a lot. Basically, your custom tactics, you're going to keep on balanced. You're going to keep your width on 4. You want your depth on 4 as well. You want your balanced again. You want your width from 3. Your players in the box, you can sort of do what you want with the players in the box. I try and get players in, because rebounds is a big thing this year. So if I've got players in the box, I'm going to have more chance of getting a rebound goal. But corner kicks and free kicks, I tend to put it on low, because from corner kicks I go short anyway. I never really whip the ball in for a header, unless you've got something like Cristiano Ronaldo in the front post. You're gonna find out you're gonna lose a lot of headers and lose the ball from the corner, so you're better off just playing it short. Anyway, going into the custom tactics, this is a bit more advanced than the previous formation. We're still going to have obviously stay back on your centre backs. It'll all be like that anyway. It's a default thing, so just keep them like that. Stay back and attacking with your left back and full back. I do that on most of my formations, because you don't want them getting exploited, but especially by a team with a right wing, left wing, which a lot of people seem to get a lot of enjoyment out of this year. I prefer to keep them on the same. Your CDMs, again, you want stay back on attack and cover centre. Please make sure they're covering centre, because if you've got them covering the wings, like I said again, they're going to go out wide, they're going to exploit you through the middle as soon as they come inside. Again, I don't know why my players have gone like this. I will sort it out after, but you know the position your player should be playing. You know what I mean? Maximum should be right wing, Ben Yedder up top, and actually Ben Yedder cam, sorry. But anyway, then on your right wing, you basically want to keep. I'm trying something different right now. If you don't want to keep these on free roam, I recommend putting them on balanced. Stay forward last year was a really good thing, but this year I've sort of experimented with it. I didn't get too much enjoyment with stay forward. I like them to get back a little bit and support the wing backs. I'm trying to free roam my front 3. What I do recommend, if you don't want to do a free roam your front 3, keep free roam on your cam. So for instance, my cam will be Wilson Ben Yedder. Keep free roam on him, stay forward. You want him to stay up and support the striker as much as possible, because there is only one up front. And then on your wingers, I'd probably say if you're going to change anything, just chuck them on from free roam. I'd probably stick them to position, but if you want, you can put them on stay forward. It depends how much you want to go, but I prefer, if I'm going to stick them on stay forward, to jump into the 3-5-2 and put him, like, it just works so much better for me. So it might just go for this stick to position or whatever, stay like that. Stick to position on your other side as well, and that should just do just as well as before. Going on to the final formation, like I said, with the striker, just stay forward as well. Sorry, I don't know if I did say that. And then obviously the cams, you know what you got to do. One of my favourite formations, the most heavily requested, we get a lot of messages on Xbox Live, is the 3-5-2 formation. This year it seems to be one of the best formations. But going forward and actually tracking back as well, if you've got the right players in them positions, it will work wonders for you. And I can see this being a very, very heavily used formation once people start to use it. This is quite an attacking formation though. So what you want to go for first is your pressure after heavy loss. You want to go for your width, about 5 of these, yeah. And you want to go 6th on your depth. It seems quite high. If you don't like it that high, because I'm at this stage, I'm normally trailing 2-0. I'm pushing for that goal. If I'm trailing 1-0 and it's like 75 minutes, I will push into this formation. I want to go with that. I'll go with the 6th depth because I want to be high up the pitch. Your offense isn't too much. You want balanced on that again. Your width's quite high. You want your players in the box quite high, obviously. Like I said, rebounds, corners again, free kicks. It's a possession loss game, in my opinion. The corners and free kicks, they're not great. So I'll whack them all the way down to 2. That's it for that. That pretty much 3-5-2. And then your custom tactics is where it gets a little bit more complicated. There's a lot of players that you want to be jumping into the box. Let's get Ben Yedder back in position. I really don't know why it's doing this. In game, it doesn't actually do that for me for some reason. I don't know if it's just a glitch at the moment or something like that. But then we're going to jump into the centre backs. Obviously, centre backs stay back while attacking. That's what you want. I normally sub off Schulz as well and put Martial on the wing, bring on a different striker like Rashford or someone like that. But then on your CDMs, you want stay back while attacking, cover centre as always. Make sure any formation that you play, I recommend putting cover centre because you do not want your CDMs drifting out wide. When there's not really any danger out wide, you want to keep into the middle of the pitch and make sure that they're covering the players. You can also put man mark on your CDMs. Man mark this year is pretty decent. Where's man mark? Man mark right there. So it will mark the cam sort of thing out of the game, and it does really affect it because cams this year, they're very, very influential. If you can get your cam on the ball, then you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Right, going into your wingers, balanced again, because I don't want I'm 3-5-2, 75 minutes. If I'm 1 goal down, I don't want to be pushing my left mid and right mid all the way up the pitch, then coming back down the wings, as always, in that 4-3-3 formation or whatever they're using, and just exploiting the fact that I've got 3 at the back. So I do want my left mid and right mid to track back a little bit, and you can also use this early on. If you want to take the goal, like the game to them early, you can use this in 5-10 minutes. It doesn't really matter. But keep your wingers on stay back, or balance on support, sorry, not stay back. And then you want to chuck on stay forward on your Ben Yedder. This is the most crucial part of the piece. Your cam needs to be someone that is a playmaker, not really a striker or anything like that. Someone that can do everything. Do you know what I mean? So stay forward on your cam. That is pretty much it. Stick to position. You can use free roam is another good one. I love free roam on my cam. It's just one of the things that they're creating things. You know what I mean? And then on your strikers, it's pretty simple. They're literally just balanced, mixed attack. It is what it is. Again, like I said before, you can do that sort of like getting behind sort of situations, or you can do your false 9. With this, if I was trailing 80 minutes, I'd probably want one of them to at least get in behind. But I find that I prefer build-up play. Slow build-up play for me is something that works. So I use balance on my defensive sort of thing, so I don't get caught out. A lot of people, with their balance, they play fast build-up. It then gets caught, they lose the ball again. It's just how passes go amiss because you're forced to play their more difficult passes. Possession's another good one if you do want to use it, but I prefer the balance because it does a little bit of everything. So it will do the fast build-up at times and stuff like that. It really does help me out with the balance. I found that is the best this year. You can also do constant pressure. Like I say, if you are losing constant pressure, your players are going to be very, very shattered by using that. So I just, like I say, pressure on heavy touch as well, but I use pressure after possession loss, so it doesn't take as much energy out of my players. The last and final formation that we're going to go into is the 3-4-2-1, which this is literally, I'm saying 85 minutes you want to be using this if you're 1 goal down. This is very, very attacking. It is one of my most enjoyable formations this year, I must admit, because you've always got them players up top. You'll always be able to create a chance, and you will always get one last chance in the game. So what you want to do is pressure after heavy loss again. You want to save that energy. Width you want on about 5. Your depth you want really, really high because you're pushing them back as far as possible. You don't want them to have it in half. Fast build-up play, you want your width on a 5 again. The players in the box very, very high. Like I said, rebounds, corners you're actually going to push up this time, of course. You're going for about 3 and 3. And then finally, with your instructions on your players, this is when it gets a little bit confusing. Stay back while attacking on all your back 3, as always. And yet, out of position again, I don't know why. Your 2 CDMs, which mine will be Delaney and Ndombele. You just want that balanced cover centre. You don't really want to change too much. Like I say, my tactics aren't very, very complicated, and I think that's what helped me out a lot. And people wonder why my custom's so good, because they have their certain play styles. You don't really need to do too much to players. You know what I mean? Your wingers, you're going to stay forward. This is the part where you're bombing forward sort of thing. These guys are going to overlap each other constantly. So you want someone in there that's going to work. So I'll be subbing off, obviously, Schulz and Ben Yedder, for instance. You want stay forward on your lamb, what would you call him, a lamb sort of thing? Yeah, I guess. Stay forward on this guy, stay forward on this guy. You want stay forward on your cam, stay forward on this guy as well. You literally want every single player as far up that pitch as you can get them. On my striker, I literally do just mixed attack, just stay default, because that guy is just going to sit in there as always and do what he does anyway. But that is pretty much it for all of my custom tactics that has been requested. Hopefully I helped you guys out a bit. Let me know how you get on, please. I would be really interested to know how this formation things and custom tactics have helped you. By all means, they're not going to work for everybody, but I'm pretty sure this will make you a better player. And if something's not working, try using different players in the different positions, because I feel that is a massive thing that people do as well. You don't really want to be going with CDMs that aren't CDMs as such, with low defending. You want them CDMs to be balanced. You want them to be able to do a bit of everything. You know what I mean? You want them to be good on the ball and good off the ball. Hopefully this, like I said, this video has helped you. If it has, please do hit that subscribe button down below. It will help me out a bunch, and I'll hopefully see you all guys in the next one. Take care and enjoy the rest of your night.